Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a good one. There was so much news that I could not squeeze it into today's Crypto Minute. So we're going to dive into everything right now. Let's first dive into the SEC going after a restraining order against BinanceUS. A judge basically said, yeah, nah, son, good try. No, not going to happen. Go back and negotiate with them. You can figure something out, but a restraining order is absolutely not necessary. Wow. So that's one taking it on the chin. What else happened? Well, we've been getting really good, not really good, but we've been getting pretty good inflation numbers. So that kind of points to, a pause today. I'm really expecting a pause today. Now, given that pause, I want you to take a look at every place else, starting with commercial real estate, then take a dive into consumer debt rising. And I think you could actually be looking at another good story. As long as the numbers keep going, you could be looking at another good story as to why there could be a pause even after the one that's expected today. Remember, that comes out at 2. The decision will come out at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and Powell will have his conference at 2:30. Now, if it goes to plan, what you can expect is if there's a pause, everything is kind of good news, then Powell will come in, open up his mouth, and send everything crashing. Just saying, pay attention to that. That's what I'm expecting to happen. And it's not good. It's just what happens because that's just how he speaks. And then it takes a really long time for everything to even out because people are trying to, just read through what he's saying and read between the lines and all that good stuff. And it's not easy. It's not easy. Now, something that's troubling that we all should be paying attention to is the SEC's attempt at redefining what an exchange is. Now, there's major pushback coming from the House of Representatives in the United States. And the reason why is because it's just going too damn far. If you think they've gone too far now, the redefinition would give the SEC the ability to rule over decentralized exchanges. Now, forget about how hard that would be because, I don't know, they're decentralized. They're basically run by smart contracts. So that's code. You're not going to be able to change the code. It is what it is. However, that said, that tells you that there's a significant disconnect between what the SEC thinks things are and what they actually are. But the pushback is coming from the U.S. House of Representatives again, saying, "Listen, yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. It's way too much. Way too much. You're already doing too much, and now you're trying to do more, and that's what people are paying attention to right this second. Imagine if Gary Gensler was able to rule over decentralized exchanges the way he's trying to rule over centralized exchanges. No rules, no nothing. Just, hey, today's Wednesday. We'll take you to court. Just stop and think about that. Now, as you think about that, let's take a look at the roadmap that Gary Gensler and his cronies over at the SEC seem to be on. First, it was attacking a couple of coins, keying in on XRP. Then you have an attack on exchanges, right? Then you have an attack that's being geared up for decentralized exchanges. You could easily see NFTs being next. You can easily see how they might even try to consider going after things in the metaverse. And you just sit there and you just go, to what end? What is on his mind? Again, how does this service the consumer? How does this service the investor? How? When you explain that to me, I would be forever thankful. But I just don't see it. I just don't see how all of this is a benefit to the investor, right? It's up to you to actually become educated before you try to invest in something. Dead serious. I mean, my kids do more research on flipping sneakers than it seems that Gary Gensler is doing into how the crypto community actually works, how that technology actually works. This guy used to teach about it. And you're going after decentralized exchanges with an expansion of what the term exchange is? Huh. All right there, buddy boy. All right there. So, what's else? What else is out there? Um, you have the House Financial Services Committee pondering a new bill for regulating digital assets. Is the bill perfect? No, of course not. Of course, it's not going to be perfect. But it's a step in the right direction just because they're looking at reining in regulation, creating some kind of guardrails. Things can be adjusted as you move forward, but you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. You can't have a rogue agency just going out there and bringing everybody to court and not telling them why they're being brought to court. Well, this is why you're being brought to court, but you didn't tell us it was a security. You haven't told us how to determine what is a security. How's that work? So that's something I'm just, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. Then you have the reason why the Cryptoverse exists. There is a bill in the House, controlled by Republicans, that is meant to give even more tax breaks to the rich, wealthy, and especially the oil industry. Why? We just went through that whole debt ceiling thing and you wanted to decrease spending and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. So you're not going to spend directly, but you're going to give tax benefits too. Remember, your taxes come in and they get used to power the government and all that other good stuff. So you're going to decrease the revenue of the government, say that the government doesn't have enough, point to the other party, the other guy, because this can happen with either party, right? Point to the other guy and say, you're spending too much. Maybe you're giving too much away. There's a happy medium and both parties need to make that happen. That's really what's going on. You wonder why BRICS nations are really making headway. It's because the United States does not seem sure-footed anymore. That's why. Egypt is looking to join the BRICS nations in getting away from the US dollar. Even Janet Yellen has said the decline of the US dollar as the global reserve is slowly declining. And I firmly believe that BRICS nations could be the spark that lights the fire. Now, can that be reversed? Absolutely. But we have not made a sure-footed move. You have idiot Republicans, idiot politicians running out there saying that it's okay for a former president, to have, documents, top secret documents, classified documents. It's moves like that make people have less faith in the United States. That means less faith in the dollar. That's a very big deal. It's bigger than what you think. Pay attention, do your research, get out there, get your money working for you. Make your money make you money. That's the whole point of it. That's the whole point. Financial stability, financial freedom. Yeah, I'd love to have financial freedom. A lot of people would love to have financial freedom. Stability first, freedom after. Walk into it with that kind of focus. Teach your kids what the value of a dollar is and how to make a dollar create more money. And educate them. Just educate them in general, because one of the biggest problems that we have is that there's a declining level of education in our country. And if we don't do that, not just financial, but education in general, this is what's going to make our kids a success. My job as a parent is to achieve a level and then push my kids so that they start at this level. That's my job. And then hopefully when I'm older, they will teach me some things. That is my dream. Nothing else matters to me. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just saying. That's how we're getting hurt right now. Anyway, Treasury Secretary admitting that, Janet Yellen admitting that, that's a big deal. That's a very big deal. Anyway, you know what we should do? We should get into the numbers. That's what we should do. So normally I would have the Excel spreadsheet up, but today I'm thinking, We don't need that today at the moment. We can see XRP. XRP took a big pop yesterday, going up 10% to like 55 cents plus, and now it's down to 50 cents. Why is that? The Hinman papers came out, and everybody's thinking, oh, it's big news, but it's not that big news, blah, blah, blah. I think it's just profit taking. I think this is going to be a calm before a very good storm, especially if we get the pause. At any rate, to me, when I look at it, you know what I'm thinking. DCA, 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 period. That's all I'm thinking. That's all I'm thinking. Right? The fear and greed index, we are definitely deep in fear. We're right there at 46. We're no longer neutral. That's large. Total value locked down to 54 billion. That's a big drop. That's a big drop. I'm hoping we can get back up, and I think we will. Everything takes time. You're not going to invest today and become rich tomorrow. That rarely happens. What you're really doing is you're investing over time and then watching that start to average upwardly as you invest over time. Now, something that I'm really paying a close attention to is 25 to 11. I don't want to be near there. So far, we're in between that and 26,475, which seems to be our new ceiling. We need to get beyond 26,475. That gets us back within my green band area. But above that would be 31,580. But right now, I'm just looking to see that the floor is still maintaining at 25 to 11. Any kind of good news can be a really good spark. A pause could be a really good spark. It really could be. But that's what I'm kind of looking at today. When you look at the big board and you look at everything, when you look at the numbers rather, and you're just looking straight across, yeah, not everything is doing so well. By far, the most stable is Bitcoin being up still over 56% this year. Ethereum up 45% this year. XRP up 49% this year. Wow. That's actually really good. So I'm paying attention to what's going on. I'm looking at Polygon not doing jack, being down almost 14% for the year. To me, again, I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, at 65 cents, yeah, I'm going to get in. That's what I'm looking at. Again, DCA, DCA, DCA. And the reason why is because I'm looking at a whole bunch of, adoption happening over the near future. Anyway, this is Eddie Joe in Crypto. If you have any questions, like what I do, drop a note. If you don't like what I do, drop a note. Tell me how I can better, make things better and improve what I'm doing. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, I appreciate all of you. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.